Great Stories. Und jetzt haben wir zwei großartige Teams auf dem Track. Einmal La Boucherie de Paris und Namur Roller Derby.
Make some noise! So we want to take the time to introduce the teams. La Boucherie de Paris, we have Amadio 01, Babatay 108, Cabrita 117, Boudou 13, Nick Labac 1312, Petit Tonnerre, which is our captain today, 17, Le Big O 26, Osam 3919, Palette number 4, Peppermint 557, Vinton 59, Betanor 71, Chafouin 80, and Fushia 9333, and Silent Wheels 974.
In grün La Boucherie de Paris und in rot Namur Roller Derby.
And here we are, first wheels of the game, first lead for Paris. Amadio with a star on the helmet is quickly going through the pack. Meanwhile, a jammer from Namur is still in, and Amadio gets around the outside with a nice footwork on their toe stops.
And also Namur makes its way through the pack and is on their initial pass.
Amadio is calling it off after earning 6 points for La Boucherie and Namur 0 points. But that was just the first jam. We have so much to come. I like it to see that they are spread out before the jam whistle, and then teams are coming into their formation. La Boucherie picking up lead stated, Payet, but followed wide from Gilles from Namur. Earning 1 point, 2 points.
2 points. Yeah, they made it very fast through the pack and called it off.
Penalty box still empty, so we have 4 and 4 blockers on the track, both jammers. Playing some offense right on the start from Namur, shaking up the tripod. But La Boucherie able to hold Pepe still in the pack.
Yeah, and there was a penalty called for Namur, the first penalty. So it's a power jam situation for Paris.
And Paris is coming in from the inside. Paris jammer calling off the jam, getting 3 points on the board. I should always wait till the very end to see if they're all points. I said so often already, like 3 points.
So ungeduldig.
Ja, ein bisschen schon.
Ja, Power Jam Start Situation. Bin gespannt, wie Paris das nutzen wird.
And Namur's Pepe is back on track. Successful star pass to Pulp right behind Paris jammer Amadio.
Two points for Paris, 2 points for Namur.
One blocker of each team right now in the penalty box. So they start with 3 versus 3, which usually gives you a little bit more space on track, but that also means more space to cover as a blocker. But they managed to still have both jammers inside the pack, really fighting hard to get through.
And Paris sichert sich den Lead-Status mit Payet. Und auch Namur ist mit Ninon durchs Pack. Und da ist der Jam auch schon wieder vorbei. Es war der 5. Jam in dieser ersten Period.
Namur right now with 2 points on the board and Paris with 17. Almost lead for Paris, but good work from Namur blockers to get Paris jammer out, so they had to recycle back and catching them again. Nice, slow grinding, but still aggressive derby. I like that.
Yeah, it were really small steps out of the track. You need to be aware of that and still be in this jammer position.
Good offense by Namur's 3-9, helping their own jammer to shake up the wall, but 2-7 jammer not there yet. Maybe then it's needed another offense hit. Still Paris jammer fighting against the tripod. There is another Paris blocker coming from the box.
And there's already 1 minute played in, or
wow.
more than 1 minute played in this jam. And there's no initial, right?
No initial. We don't have a lead jammer yet, so also no one who can call it off.
I didn't see that very often that it happens.
Okay. Yes. And also unfortunate that there was a star pass, so Namur pivot to turn jammer as first out of the pack, but can't call off the jam as I didn't earn lead status. Nice drawback from Paris. When you think as a jammer, you're out of the pack already, and then there's the last line of blocker that blocks you out of bounds, and you're going back the whole way. Oh.
Ja, was spricht auch für eine sehr starke Blockerinnenleistung, eine Jammer-Person 1 Minute 15 im Pack zu halten. Echt heftig. Ja, da wird sich an der Jammerinnenlinie aufgestellt. Und diesmal ging es ein bisschen schneller.
Both jammers out nearly at the same time. Namur was awarded lead. 666 called it off right away. I mean, there's not much to gain when you're so close to each other. There's even the risk of losing points to the other team. So I would say, as a skater from Meyer City, that was a good choice to call it off.
except maybe when 2 blockers of the other team are in the penalty box, then it would be
Sure.
smart to...
You need, as a jammer, you need to have an overview where you are on track, what's happening, what's also happening outside of the track regarding the penalty box. So that is always, there are multiple things that you have to think of before calling it off.
Okay, there was a penalty for the Namur jammer.
It was Ninon from Namur, number 1-2, just before they were out of the pack. Unfortunate. This gives Payet from Paris the chance, as they earned lead jammer status, to call it off when they want to, but now they're seizing the opportunity to have to power jam. So it means that their blockers from Paris can play offense all the way. They don't have to think about being in the defense till the point when the other jammer is coming out of the box again, which is usually 30 seconds. So Ninon is back on track. Heinz Paris tripod in the back, but working hard, and now they get through. Nice footwork there.
Und Paris called den Jam up. Sehr dezent, fand ich. Ich hätte es nicht gesehen als Official.
And we have a team timeout by Namur, which gives the teams 1 minute to talk with each other. Speaking of Namur,
yes,
I think, yeah.
This gives us the chance to present the Namur team. We have 0-2-1 Lulu, 0-3 Knoppi, 1-2 Ninon, 1-2-7 Sailor Mean, 1-3 Chaton, 1-9-5-7 Bad Smash, 2-4 Aline, 2-7 Killy, 3-1 T-Rex Elliot, 3-9 K, 3-9-3 Grumpy and Up, 3-9-4 C, 4-0-4-0 Pimu, 5-3-7 Lorel, 6-6 Sam, 6-6-6 Pepe, 8-9 Pulp, 9 Chacu, 9-3-4 Tinker.
Just in the right time. And there will be the 5 seconds warning. Here it is. So if you're new to Derby and you think like, what was that whistle? So there's always 30 seconds between the jams, and the start of the next one is pre-warned by 5 seconds. Usually that's also said like 5 seconds, and then there's a whistle to go.
And there's the lead status for La Boucherie de Paris. Silent Wheels. Hat sich ganz leise vorbeigesneakt.
Also, Gilles, as Gemma von Namur, was out of the pack. There was a good awareness at that point to call it off before Namur was able to gain some points on the board. Speaking of which, Namur has now earned 7 points and Paris has currently 32 when we are 12 minutes into the game. Offense right from the start from both teams.
And already the second penalty in only a couple of seconds in this jam. 2 blockers and 2 blockers from Namur and 1 blocker from Paris.
there was a rare situation that Paris Gemma didn't go around legally and inbounds of all Namur blockers, so that's why they didn't earn lead status, even if they were out of the pack the first, which is sometimes a little bit interesting if you're the gemmer who comes out second and you are given lead status signaled by two small short whistles. And you're like, what? But now you're able to call the gem off before its natural end of 2 minutes. And that's what they did. Good job.
So the 11th jam in this game just started. And there's a very dense pack.
I like dense. That's great. A lot of particles in a very small space.
And many switches between offense and defense in seconds. That's also a really good job the blockers are doing here. And Nino is taking the lead status for Namur.
Nice.
Shooking around. Nice.
Really good footwork to pass Paris blockers on the inside, giving the opportunity to go on the next scoring round while Paris blocker is still in the pack.
Yeah, Namur is making a really effective defense in here.
Well,
making
there's
it
some
very
help
hard.
coming. Pack currently really spread out, but good awareness of Paris blockers to come back to the pack, to not be in the risk of being out of play and get a penalty for that.
So for K there was a direction penalty.
And there was a star pass happening. Paris jammer is now blue, recycled back by Namur blockers.
So another penalty for Namur, a multiplayer penalty. And this jam is being called off. And Namur earned 7 points in this jam.
With them, they doubled their score to 14 against Paris with 36. Oh, no. It's 2 more on the board. So we are now at 18.
And they earned 11 points, actually.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. I said 7, I think. And then the scoreboard was updated. I was ungeduldig. Was heißt ungeduldig?
Lass mich kurz sagen. Impatient, yeah. That's what my physiotherapist is telling me. You're a very impatient patient right now. I'd like to be more patient. Whatever. Short official timeout. And we are back on track. For each team, there's 1 blocker in the penalty box. So 3 versus 3 blockers out there against the Gemmers. Gillies from Namur and Silent Wheels from Paris.
Yes, great track awareness here by Paris. The blockers bridging in the right moment.
Gillies taking the lead for Namur.
And Namur is going in the pack, the jammer, with a lot of power and speed, making it through. And Paris is still in the initial, right?
I don't see the hand signal of the gem ref right now, because I was just thinking about that before. It was very slow, or let's say it was very in one space, but still there was much power going on from side to side. That's a derby I really like to see. But now we have a very grinding tripod defense from both teams, with a bridge from Paris in between to keep them all in play. Nice star pass.
Yes.
So for Paris, Libig O is currently jamming. Namur Stilis is calling it off.
Ja, und Namur befindet sich gerade wieder auf einer Aufholjagd, hat jetzt schon wieder 8 Punkte gemacht in diesem 12. Jam.
Mega.
Und Paris macht ein Team-Timeout. Bespricht womöglich diese Aufholjagd. Was ist da gerade los? Wie können wir dagegen steuern?
Aber es ist ja gleichzeitig so, dass auch Namur natürlich das Timeout hat, diese 1 Minute sich zu besprechen. Das heißt, beide Teams haben gleichzeitig die Möglichkeit, einmal kurz durchzuschnaufen und dann mit frischer Luft in der Lunge auf den Track zu gehen. In der Zeit danken wir nochmal unseren ganzen helfenden Händen, die dieses Turnier hier möglich machen. Ich sehe gerade hier Martin und Randale als Trackspringer, die unseren Track hier fixen. Wir wissen ja bei Wifter Sanctioned Games, dass dort ein Seil unter der Linie geklebt wird, damit man mit den Wheels und mit den Toe-Stops gut fühlen kann, dass man gerade eventuell out of bounds gehen könnte. Und ohne diese Menschen und ohne alle anderen Menschen hier wäre dieses Turnier nicht möglich.
Ja, ein relativ leerer Track, weil die Penalty-Box ziemlich voll ist, noch zumindest. Und Pepe sichert sich den Lead-Status für diesen 13. Jam.
Nice footwork from Amadio. But Pepe is calling it off right away, coming out of the pack just 20 feet behind. So this means Namur has now 30 points, Paris 36. I think it's going to be a tight and interesting game.
Yes.
12 minutes to go in this first half. I mean, and the score is in general, I would say, very low, and I love it if it's low, because then every point gained or every point that you don't allow the other team to make is really a win.
And that means the blockers are doing a very, very effective job.
Hell yes.
If that score is so low.
Two Namur blockers currently in the penalty box.
And a jam is called up by Namur.
34 to 36. It's even getting tighter, the score. Official review requested by Paris.
Did you preserve what could be the cause in this review?
I don't know.
You don't need to talk about that. We can also talk about the awesome officials who are making this game possible, actually. And yeah, I will start with the SOs. Victoria Velociraptor, Jean-Claude Graslam, Merci Becoup, Tinker, der König, Lil Monster, Suzanne, Hard Ace.
And our non-skating officials in that game are Kirabi, Eagle Eye Mary, Field Leader, Jens Höttger, Just Flam, Dirk Nowitzki, Charlie Chaperon, Mike Iver, Mass Murderer, and Receptoratops. Also, a big thank you to our officials, skating and non-skating, who makes this game and all the other games fair and safe.
Yeah, this day started at 10 o'clock, and this is not even the last game. There will be a third game, not a third, a fourth game. Can you tell me who is playing in this last game?
Yeah, I mean, you can think yourself that it might be Bear City, because Bear City only has played one game already, and also Paris. So the La Boucherie that's currently on track, they will have 2 games back to back. That will be an interesting matchup, because I think it will be fun to watch. Like, French derby usually looks a bit different than German derby does, and but it will be a pretty good matchup. I always love to play against French teams.
And Paris is the biggest rival of the
no,
Wallstars?
No, because
was it on the website?
Yeah, no, it's Paris Roller Girls.
Okay.
So yeah. It's
so another team.
Yeah, but what Jux means with biggest rival is that they're, I think, the most games where 2 teams won almost equally against each other. That is the biggest rival. Don't know if that's the exact definition, but with Bear City against Paris, it's always back and forth, like 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. So let's see who's up next. But who's up next on track is Armadillo for Paris as jammer, earning lead status right away. We have Namur a little bit in a penalty trouble, because only one Namur blocker is currently on track, now they're 2, making a good job, going behind and trying to stop Armadillo from jamming. But of course, if you're less persons on track, it's always difficult, or let's say it's more difficult than when you're 4 persons.
Yeah, this was a power jam situation. Now the jammer of Namur is back and tries to make their way through the pack. And there's a star pass, very fast.
Armadillo calling it off after earning another 4 points, adding 16 points for this jam to the board. So now Paris at 52, Namur at 34.
Yeah, the power jam start was used quite well.
Yeah, definitely. 10 minutes to go into this first half. And penalty box is empty, so we have 4 and 4 blockers on track. Nice work by Namur's 0-3 to catch jammer again.
And another power jam, but this time on the hand of Namur. And there was a high block by the Namur jammer. So the jammer of Paris gets out immediately and back on the track.
Nice work, nice offense by Paris blockers. So just to explain a second, usually you have to serve 30 seconds in a penalty box, but if one jammer is in the box, next jammer comes, the first jammer is released immediately, because otherwise nothing would happen on track. We need a jammer to keep the game going, and the second jammer has to serve the seconds that the first jammer said. Confused? I'm too.
Yeah, good job by the penalty box manager over there. It's often a quite stressful situation when there comes the second jammer in.
Another reason why I'm not in the penalty box, but we have professional penalty box timers there, so I don't doubt it that they do a good job here, and everything is like the rules say.
Okay, there is no lead status, so this will be a 2-minute jam, which is actually almost over. And Namur still made 2 points in the last seconds of this jam.
Wow. Well, for 2 minutes, they were earned 14 points by Namur and 16 by Paris, so a lot of points. Wow. So 30 points in total in that last jam. We have an official review requested by Paris. So the captains, alternates of each team, are asked to come into the middle to talk with the officials and to explain what kind of review they want about either giving the other team mostly a penalty or erasing a penalty from their own team to release some of their skaters from the box.
Ja, Mia, du hast es ein bisschen verschrien. Seitdem du gesagt hast, oh, so wenige Punkte, wurden unglaublich viele Punkte gemacht.
Das ist doch schön. Soll ich noch was anderes sagen? Was wünschst du dir denn?
Nein, find's auch spannend. Wir hatten jetzt einige Power Jam-Situationen, wo dann natürlicherweise viele Punkte auch gemacht werden. Deshalb hat sich der Punktestand, seitdem du es gesagt hast, um 1/3 erhöht. Insgesamt würde ich jetzt mal grob schätzen.
Ja, passt. Aber noch 7 Minuten in dieser ersten Halbzeit zu spielen. Also es ist noch alles drin. Also ich würde jetzt auf jeden Fall ganz am Anfang, sah es ja schon so ein bisschen aus, dass das eine Team dominiert. Aber auf jeden Fall hat sich das andere sehr rangekämpft. Und ich finde jetzt 20 Punkte Unterschied ist wirklich, also in Derby ist es nichts. Ne? Das kann mit einem Jam schon wieder ganz anders aussehen.
Und die hatten Namur im ersten Spiel heute, glaube ich, auch binnen 10 Minuten eingeholt gehabt. Aber es kann sogar schneller gehen, natürlich. Binnen eines Jams kann das passieren.
Also ich bin gespannt wie ein Flitzebogen.
Was sagt die Penalty Box?
Ja, wir schauen mal ganz kurz hier auf unsere Penalty Box. Namur hat inzwischen 20 Penalties gesammelt, während Paris 11 eingesammelt hat. Das sagt natürlich, dass Namur etwas weniger Zeit auf dem Track hatte, um für die eigene jammende Person Offense zu spielen oder die andere gegnerische jammende Person aufzuhalten in der Defense oder überhaupt selber Punkte zu sammeln. Aber auch hier, wir sind ja noch nicht am Ende. So, das Official Review ist over aber geht direkt über in ein Official Timeout, weil Officials noch etwas zu klären haben. Das ist wichtig, damit wir alle auf demselben Stand der Dinge sind.
Und es geht weiter mit einem 17. Jam. Namur in Rot immer noch und Paris in Grün oder einem sanften Mint. Sehr schöne Farbe, finde ich.
Ja, finde ich auch super. So, Namur hat in Unterzahl gestartet diesmal. Es waren eine Blockerin in der Penalty Box. Eine davon ist inzwischen wieder auf dem Track. Paris holt sich Lead Jammer Status. Silent Wheels hat sich wieder mal durchgesneakt. Good job.
Yes, with a jump on the inside, Silent Wheels is making the way through the pack.
Nice action by Osam. Oh no, it looked so good for me.
So Silent Wheels has a cut penalty.
And Tinka as well. So, as explained before, when 2 jammers are sitting in a penalty box, the first jammer is released immediately to keep the game flowing. That means post jammer Silent Wheels is back on track, fighting through a solid 2-wall from Namur, getting some help from her own friends, and there they are. Silent Wheels is through, able to earn some points again.
But Silent Wheels is not able to call off the jam because the lead status was lost by going in the penalty box. So the jam will be played till the end, which are 8 seconds yet, still.
And we have another official review, this time by Namur requested. Bench team comes to the middle and talks to the officials. That gives me the time to tell you that also for this game we have an awareness person up here in the galley. Peppa, where are you? Peppa has a black hoodie with awareness on the back, so if you feel at any point unsafe or you see someone feeling unsafe, please come to Peppa. They are there to help you and to give you some safe space. And we as Bear City Roller Derby are proud to have this awareness team enabled. And yeah, I think now it's kind of a standard in whole roller derby Germany at least. Or Jux.
I hope so. I perceive it the same way. It's actually a standard at the moment. Or finally.
Finally, yeah. We are only getting better by getting some critical feedback, and we do learn every day in Derby, right?
Sure.
We're still in your official review requested by Namur. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Currently, Namur has earned 48 points. Paris is 78 points. Just adding 10 points from the last jam. So currently 30 points differential, both teams, but it's Derby. Everything can happen.
So Mia, what is the actual WIFTA ranking of those teams that are on the track?
Give me a second, I have to turn around. I can only refer to the regionals. So Namur is currently sitting on spot 14 and La Boucherie de Paris is sitting on spot 15. But the game points they both have are even just 2 points differential.
Wow.
Well, it may be a little bit too much detail. However, they're both fighting to get the 12 spots in the European regionals. And it's possible for both teams. But as they are so near in the ranking towards each other, it also says the prediction is that this game will be like very equal.
And if the game would end at this moment, they would switch their rankings spots, right?
Could be. But let's see in the end. There are usually teams out there who have a very good first half, and other teams have a little bit more of a long breath and they're playing better in the second half. So let's see how it is with those teams. Here.
Wow. 3 bridges in there. Wow.
Ninon adding 4 points for Namur. Nice.
Great apex jump by Ninon.
You may have seen that Ninon touched the outside with one hand. This is not considered as out of bounds when Gemma touches out of bounds with one hand. So that was a really nice awareness and good game.
If there would be a one hand and one knee, it would be out of bounds.
Yeah, it would be out of bounds. Then Gemma has to go back behind all persons that they tried to be in front of in that special moment, to not have any advantage on track. Yeah, that's, as a jammer, sometimes a little bit frustrating when you're in the front and the last line of blocker that you have underestimated is throwing you out of bounds and you have to go back the whole way.
And especially it's very mean by Paris. Like we saw just in this moment, the jammer gets recycled and they are bridging and bridging a very long way. But Nino did a great job in there.
Yeah, 12 points, added to the board of Namur. Now we have 60 against 78 from Paris. 3 minutes to go into that first half.
5 seconds call, and we start with the 19th jam. In this first period, Namur against La Boucherie de Paris.
Oh, wow. So both teams send an offense right at the start, but Amadio from Paris managed to get there out first, and we have a star pass on Namur's side, so to Bet Smash, who is now approaching the pack, but there was a well-timed call off to not give Bet Smash the opportunity to score points.
And 2 points for Paris in this jam.
Wow. Just running through. Gilles is just running through the other wall. That looked like an easy lead. Probably it wasn't, but it looked like it.
Yes. And Namur made it through the pack. Chile has the lead status in this jam. And skating on the outside with 1 foot.
Gilles is seizing the opportunities in a power jam. Payet, unfortunately, in the box right now.
So, power jam start situation, which means Paris is starting out of the penalty box with its jammer.
Namur is asking for another official review. The point differential of both teams is right now 9 points, so I can bet that you're taking every opportunity to gain yourself an advantage for your team. So here we are. As we have some time right now, I once again want to thank our, and that means from Bear City Roller Derby, the home club, the SC Lurich 02 e.V. Berlin, and the Bezirksamt Friedrichshain-Kreuzberg, who made it possible that we have a track in that hall that is the only roller derby track in whole Berlin that is permanently laid. We are very happy as Bear City for both, for Lurich, who was fighting for us, and for the Bezirksamt that they made it possible to have a permanent hall also to train and not to lay down the track as it is with, I think, many other leagues in Germany. I don't know, Jukes, how it is with you in Erfurt?
If you have a permanent track, or what do you mean? Yes, we have it in the big Eishalle. We have a permanent track, but only in the summer. In the winter, we need to improvise. And yes, it's a little difficult.
I was there in Erfurt, skating on the Eishalle surface. Polished concrete is the best surface you can ever skate on. I love it. Here we have like this sport. It's not sports court. I don't know what's actually the English word, so it's a little bit different. And that's also why skaters have a set of different hardness of wheels with them to feel out the floor. And to maybe mix it up, have a different set of wheels to adjust it, that the hardness is just right enough to accelerate and also to stop.
Depends on your skating type and what you want from your surface, right?
Yeah, there's also different hardness for jammers and for blockers that they usually use. As jammer, you want to have more forward motion. You maybe not need so much traction to stop, while as a blocker, naturally, it's the other way around. You want to be able to stop, but also have a little bit of slide. So, yeah, choice of wheels can make a difference.
And we start with this 21st jam. And Namur Nino is saving the lead status for the team. And gets a quite hard hit and is getting recycled.
Paris Gemma's pilot got a cut penalty and is serving 30 seconds in the penalty box, which gives a power gen opportunity to play all offense for Namur. And the period clock is down to 0, so this is definitely the last jam of this period. We still have 1 minute to go. If not, lead jammer, which is in that case Namur, is calling it off before. Yeah.
And Namur is only 1 point away from Paris at the moment.
Ooh, la 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 la.
Payet making the way through the pack, but the jam is being called off by Namur. And we are in an intermission of this third game today. So catch yourself a drink, take a breath on the fresh air.
Another 12 points added to the board from the last jam. So Namur 83, Paris 80. This is how we get into halftime. I'm really looking forward to the second halftime because it's essentially kind of 0-0 where you start, and the second half will be what makes the game really interesting.
Ja, auf den letzten Metern hat Namur Paris noch überholt, sodass es jetzt 83-80 für Namur steht. Und man könnte auch sagen 0-0.
Genau. Okay, dann sehen wir uns gleich wieder. Bis dann, kurze Pause und dann geht's in die zweite Halbzeit. again for the second half of the game. Number 3 of today, Namur versus La Boucherie de Paris. And there is a rolling whistle.
And we're not only having 2 great teams in here, we are also having a great official crew, which is making this game possible.
Penalty box is empty, so we have all 4 blockers from each team on track. Paris taking a quick lead with Amadeo coming through. Also quick star pass from Namur to Pulp, and they are behind like just half a track. Unfortunately, penalty picked up by Paris. So this will be a 2-minute jam and gives Namur the opportunity to put some points on the board.
And Namur is through the pack. Pulp is the jammer in this jam. And communicating in a good way with the blockers of the team. And still almost 1 minute to go in this jam. It starts intense in this second period.
Oh yes.
Wow. The jammer from Paris just sneaked in the middle through the pack. And again.
Nice footwork by Paris. Now Namur blockers come to help their own jammer.
Yeah, and both jammers are recycled far back. So the penalty box is empty again. All blockers from both teams are on the track.
And the jam is over. 2 minutes. It was interesting that Paris jammer Amadeo was staying on the outside of the track. They needed to get back in after all blockers that hit them out, but they remained standing there looking at the clock, only some seconds to go. It wouldn't make a difference at that point. Saving them energy, that would be at least my assumption. And it's good because we still have 27 minutes to go in the second half.
So the fight for the lead status just began. And Namur is pushing its way through. Chile is saving the lead status for the team. And in the first scoring trip. Pushing through, perceiving at the same time that the jammer from the other team is coming and calling it off. Yeah, hard job you do as a jammer.
Yes. And I think in the end, this will be a very tight game, win 1 by 1 or 2 times at points, at least if you look at the score right now, where Namur is at 103 and Paris at 98. So essentially nothing has really changed since the beginning of that half, but it's still everything is possible. There could be like one big jam for a team where you are heading off, accelerating, but it can also swing to the other side.
It probably does not feel like nothing changed in the bodies of the players on the track. And actually it will be a power test for both of the teams to be on that standard, to hold the jammers with this power for so long. Wow, the bloggers are really doing a great job. There is no lead status yet. Now there is one for Paris.
Nice little apex hop, very solid by Silent Wheels from Paris.
Yeah, Silent Wheels is really skating very fast and making fast, small turns.
A good job by Namur's Aline recycling Silent Wheels on the outside all the way back. Then you have to go through that solid tripod again, giving the chance to Bat Smash that now received the star, pivot turn jammer. Silent Wheels is calling it off right before Bat Smash can hit the pack. So no points for Namur this time. And wait a second. Right now it's 8 points for Paris, but I don't see the hand of the Jamaref of Namur if they maybe added some points to the boards. No, it doesn't look like it.
Ja, und in diesem Moment hat Paris Namur wieder eingeholt. Es ist wirklich ein Kopf-an-Kopf-Rennen hier. Das wird sich einfach über die Kraft am Ende entscheiden wahrscheinlich und über das Mindset.
Und die Ausdauer, also vor allen Dingen auch die mentale Ausdauer. Es gibt ja immer mal wieder Momente, wo man sich eventuell über eine eigene Aktion ärgert. Das muss man sofort abschütteln, weil jeder Jam ist ein neuer Jam und es steht theoretisch 0-0 und es kann immer noch, jeder Jam kann gewonnen oder verloren werden. Nice footwork by Ninon here, skating around the last line of defense of Paris. Also did a very good job to really stick on them.
Wow, very dense again.
And Namur's 1-2-7 asking their own defense to come a little bit closer so they can play an offense while still the pack is in play.
Yeah, there was a multiplayer for Namur. Und Paris nutzt das gleich. Ahmadio hat sich an den 2 BlockerInnen vorbeigesneakt. Yeah, but Paris is not able to make points in this jam.
Lead change.
Again.
Again, we're 1 point.
Yeah, we started this jam with a full track. No, 1 person in the penalty box, but almost full. And the Namur jammer is being held on 1 point actually. Very good work.
In between 4-person defense. Now in the front. Getting some help from an own Namur blocker, but the 4th blocker of Paris is there too to take over the line that was just opened. But now they got it. Nice work from number 9 from Namur. Right time to play some offense for their own jammer.
And Payet is calling off the jam, preventing to make points at all in this jam.
So no points in that jam. It didn't feel like it, right?
No.
I mean, all the working so hard. There was so much happening on track.
Number 976, silent wheels again in the jammer position for Paris, at bad smash for Namur.
Bad smash is really a double threat, as they're also playing as pivot on the track, occasionally taking the star from their jammer. Now they start as a jammer, earning lead status here, now able to put some points on the board, getting them help from their friends. But Paris' blocking walls are so great. They're recycled to the outside, and there is the Paris tripod again, trapping Namur. Meanwhile, in the front, kind of same situation, other way around. Namur is able to hold silent wheels really good. Silent wheels looking back if they get a help from their offense, rolling off the back. One Namur blocker got the penalty for a high block, because Derby is a sport that's also looking for safety. Everything that's going against the head is immediately penalized to make the sport more safe.
And also silent wheels made the way through the pack. In the first scoring trip.
Wow.
And in the last seconds, silent wheels gets a couple of points, I think.
Ducking under on the outside. Let's see. And that is rewarded. 3 points. Nice work. 3 points also for Namur. So we have 110 to 109. Oh, God damn it.
Lead change again.
Lead change? I don't know. I haven't counted.
3-3, so there is no change.
No.
They are switching it every jam. Ahmadiyyo is making their way through the pack and saving the lead status.
Nice footwork on the outside by Namur's Ninon. Ahmadiyyo calling it off before Ninon can put any points on the board. But now you have your lead change.
I predicted it. Yeah.
So Paris right now with 2 blockers in a penalty box, so they will only start with 2 blockers and 1 jammer. Let's see how they play that game.
Okay, Namur just ran through these 2 blockers, saving the lead status very quick. And already on the first scoring trip,
they heard the call from the bench, right on time, called it off. No points on the board for Paris, but 4 for Namur. And this means lead change.
Five seconds call. The jammers are taking quite much distance from the jammer line. There was a no-pack situation.
There, yes, because all Paris remaining on track Paris blockers were way too up in the front in relation to Namur blockers in the back. They were more than 10 feet, so in a no-pack situation, everyone must stop blocking and jammers can basically go, at least in the front. Namur's jammer did a good job seizing that opportunity and just shooting off.
Yeah, great job by Pepe.
And we have a team timeout requested by Paris in that moment.
Yeah, Paris has a special situation, 2 blockers in the penalty box, so it's a hard start in this 10th jam. Maybe you talk about this situation or the game in general.
Well, the tournament in general, because I really want also give a big thank you to our GTO Frida Firestarter from Bear City, to Alex as tournament head NSO and Peter Parkman them as tournament head SO and Navi as our tournament head announcer.
Thank you for organizing this great tournament in here. And the first half of this second period is almost done. Namur is actually having more points than Paris has, but it doesn't say nothing at the moment actually, because there are only 4 points.
And 4 points is nothing. Can be erased right away by 1 full pass.
Wow, Paris was almost through the pack, but the blockers were reforming so fast.
But Paris was already in front of the last blocker, so Paris blocker was rewarded lead status, so they had the control to call off the jam, even though they were recycled by Namur, and they did a good job in calling it off right away. 0-0 in the last jam, 15 minutes to go.
Auch relativ selten zu sehen, dass eine Person Lead-Status hat, schnell wieder nach hinten recycelt wird und gar nicht mal durch das Pack kommt und dann, bevor die andere Jammerin kommt, abcallt.
Es ist vor allen Dingen wichtig, dass man das als jammende Person selber merkt, weil man in dem Moment vielleicht gar nicht denkt, dass der Lead für einen selber war, weil man ja irgendwie wieder recycelt wurde. Das passiert schon manchmal und da gibt es einige Points, die dann gemacht werden von dem gegnerischen Team. Natürlich super für sie, aber ärgert man sich dann als Person selber ein bisschen. Ja, hier braucht es einfach auch noch die Game Awareness. Also Roller Derby ist nicht nur einfach es geht nicht nur um Ausdauer, es geht nicht nur über Kraft und über Strategien, sondern man muss auch wirklich sehen, wo bin ich jetzt und was ist die Situation auf dem Track.
Und beim letzten Jam war es ja schon so, dass die andere Jammerin sehr, sehr schnell auch um den Track geskatet ist. War eine Sache von ein paar Sekunden.
Yep.
Zwischen Lead-Status und Abcallen. Apropos, PP hat jetzt Lead-Status für Namur. Kann Punkte machen, während die andere Jammer-Person noch im Pack festhängt.
Nice. Oh, but unfortunate, that was also a cut. But the footwork was nice. Giving the opportunity to Paris Silent Wheels to get around. They had their star off, but now it's on again. Silent Wheels is able to score points. They're entering the pack here. Duck under. Really great footwork. 4 earned points in the last pass.
So still more than 1 minute to go in this jam because nobody is able to call it off. Hard hits by Namur. So there was a pack destruction, right?
Yes.
Complicated thing.
Don't urge me to explain pack destruction. Let's say someone was not precise in bridging 10 feet, but maybe moved to the wrong direction and says destructed the pack. And if you get a warning, but if you're not fast enough to to make the pack again, then you're rewarded that penalty. So we have 2 Namur blockers in the penalty box right now. And Namur is requesting a team timeout. I think there was a lead change, right?
There's always a lead change in this game.
It's so great. It's going back and forth, and every team is fighting for every point. So there was a rolling whistle, and we have a lineup again for the next gem. Nice.
There are still 2 blockers from Namur. 3 blockers from Namur in the penalty box, which is showing actually also the time that this team is sitting in the penalty box, which is almost 10 minutes more than the team from Paris. And unfortunately also 2 blockers who already have 6 penalties.
You mean 10 times 30 seconds more in the
Okay,
penalty box? That is a kind of a long time ago, when there was the penalty box time was 1 minute some years ago, and smart people decided that it's too long to keep the game flow.
Much too long.
Yeah.
30 seconds are too long.
30, yeah.
I mean, you need to skate to the box, skate back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially if you committed the penalty on the other side of the track. Skate to the box, and then the pack is already there again or still there. Yeah, it could take you a minute.
Payet for Paris as a jammer person, and Pepe for Namur again.
Pepe working hard
No
in the
pack
front.
warning.
Nice
And I think there was
wall from Paris.
Yeah. There was a pack destruction again for Namur. And the penalty box is filled again.
Yeah, we only have 2 blockers from each team on the track. And it looks like that we will... Oh, Osam is also heading to the penalty box for Paris. So there will be only 1 blocker from Paris starting on the track and 2 blockers from Namur. So I love this situation as a jammer.
Track is more empty than usual.
Yeah, but it's now a decision from the teams if jammers maybe also play defense to prevent the other team from scoring or from getting lead. Whatever the strategy was, Namur and Ninon earned lead jammer status just right away. Silent wheel with a magic move, ducking on the outside, not really getting the outside line, doing another attempt on the inside line, being recycled back by Namur, really working around nice, really, that's good derby.
That's good footwork and agility from the Namur blockers. They are holding the jammer for a very long time in this jam already.
And penalty box is empty. Everyone is back on track. Ninon earning 4 points for the last pass.
Really, really good job from the blocker. 3-9-4 by Namur. Recycling the jammer again and again, holding the jammer one-on-one. That costs so much power, I can personally say.
And a nice star pass to Paris. Yeah, I can't see it on the... Paris 2-6. Pivot turn jammer.
Yeah, that was a very successful jam for Namur. They were scoring 8 points. Also es ist wirklich ein Kopf-an-Kopf-Rennen. Jetzt sind es 3 Punkte Unterschied.
Ja.
Und wir haben noch 7 Minuten zu spielen. In diesem dritten Spiel heute.
Namur starting only with 2 blockers and Paris sending an offense, giving their jammer the chance to get lead right away and then reforming as a defense. Nice work here. And Namur's jammer still in the mix, has already taken off the jammer cover, recycled back by Paris.
Wow.
Nice hop. Good work.
Jumping and turning at the same time. It's magic.
And again. There was this star pass to Chanton von Namur. Now we're having the star on the helmet. But jam is called off before they could score any points.
Yeah, Ahmadio was doing a really great job in this jam, scoring 15 points for Paris.
Woo!
And choking a lot. Not even so much contact, sometimes also very much contact, but also choking a lot and sneaking around and dancing and turning and very mixed styles, I would say.
There was a big jam from Paris. Yes, exactly. 6 minutes to go in that second half. We have 2 Paris blockers in a penalty box. Let's see what both teams put on track when they come back. I mean, that would be an opportunity for Namur to maybe get lead easier, but you know how it is. You can't rely on it. You have to earn it. You have to work for it hard.
At the moment we're having a team timeout for Namur, which has already begun. Yeah, and I'm excited which strategy we probably see now by the Namur team, or also by the team of Paris. Yes, the blockers from Paris are really closing the lines, making it very hard. But also Ninon is through the pack. But Payette has the lead status.
Short discussion from our jam ref, checking in with the outside refs to see how many hips the Paris jammer.
Two hips.
2 hips.
But probably not. Maybe Namur is questioning that.
Let's see, because there is if I see it correctly, there is an official review requested by Namur. This is the last possibility for Namur to stop the game clock. but maybe that was not the point. For those who don't know, official reviews and team timeouts can also be used to stop the clock. So it's not usually the clock is running through the 30 seconds in between jams, but if you're taking a team timeout or an official review, the game clock is stopped, so you still have them on the game clock to maybe add another jam in the end, and just to have the opportunity to gain some more points.
Yeah, at the moment we have 20 points difference. How did that happen?
Some jams in between, yeah, but good work from Paris. Really earning every little point. But 5 minutes, we can still have like 3, 4, maybe 5 jams. And as we know, there's a lot that can happen on that track in 5 minutes. Rolling whistle, teams are lining up, penalty box is empty, last 5 minutes are about to start in that game.
And we have silent wheels again as a jammer for Le Boucherie de Paris. And for Namur we have Bad Smash. And there's being built bridge over bridge to recycle the jammer. Silent wheels very far.
Nice work by Namur's pivot pulp to help their own jammer to destroy the pack, but going back then immediately destroy the defense. Damn it. That gave Namur's Bad Smash the opportunity to get lead and having control of the time.
Yes, and Bad Smash is using this first scoring trip to make 4 points. And
meanwhile, there was a star pass on the side of Parents, so Silent Wheels gave it to Yaka. Sorry, it was on Yedka. It was Le Big O has now the star for Paris. Nice. 4 points just earned by Paris.
Do you think it was on purpose not to call off, or was it maybe not perceived?
I think it was on purpose. But there were only 3 more seconds on the jam clock anyway, so that jam would have come to a natural end 2 seconds later. Well, that was a big jam for Namur. Look at the score. So we have 145 for Namur and just 10 points more for Paris, 155.
Okay, we will see what happens, how many jams we will have. There's a lot of pressure in the pack at the moment, I would say, with a lot of power. Paris is making their way through Amadio. And the jammers are communicating with each other, I would say.
Nice hip throw.
Sehr smart gemacht von Amadio. Den anderen Jammer ein bisschen ausgebremst. Dann im richtigen Moment abgecallt. Noch 4 Punkte mitgenommen.
Official review requested by Paris. They still have one on the board.
Maybe they saw one hip in the last scoring pass.
Maybe. But it could also be that they're using their official review as a timeout, as a team timeout. Then it's 1 minute, but that is because I don't see any captains in the middle. I just see officials who are talking amongst each other.
Oh. So you don't have to pretend you have a cause. You can say it's a team timeout. Come on.
You could. I wouldn't do it in a WIFTA sanctioned game, and when you have already when you have one more game coming up, so that they're not unnecessary delays, just necessary. But of course, you could also make something up and request a review and also test your fellow officials. I wouldn't say that didn't happen at one point in one game where I was kind of part of at some point. Or it was a scrimmage, I don't know. So, less than 2 minutes on the period clock. We are in Jam 21. And Paris Amadio picked up lead, fell, but got up again just in time to be out of the pack.
Ahmadio is making their second pass and the first scoring trip. Now challenging the other jammer. And also Ninon is in the first scoring trip, but unfortunately making a cut penalty, so it's a power jam situation for Paris.
Paris lining up on the inside to play some coordinated offense for their own jammer, mixing up the whole waltz.
So this will be the last jam, I think.
Yes. Period clock is down. Unofficial score. I better wait 1 or 2 seconds more because so it looks like we have 147 for Namur and 169 for Paris.
Yeah, the end of the game was quite fast, and Paris made a lot of points in the last minute, actually.
And there we have it. Rolling whistle. Final score for Namur, 147, and La Boucherie de Paris, 169.
What a great game. Both teams were so...
Yeah, it was a back and
How
forth.
do you say?
I don't know the English expression. However, it was like one was in front of the other just by some 1, 2, 3 points or so. In the end, Paris was a little bit more able to capitalize, also having some power gems for them. But you also have to use those power gems and make them into points. So, yeah, in the end, very good game, and this was not the last game for today, as we have coming up. Let me quickly check. Where is it? Right?
Yeah, La Boucherie de Paris has to play one more game today.
Yes,
Whoa.
that
I would
is
be
again
so exhausted. There's a little break. We have more than 1 hour break. At 6:30 starts the next game, right?
Yes, exactly. At 6:30 we see and hear each other again when Bear City plays against La Boucherie de Paris. the last game of this day, but of course tomorrow we have 2 other games coming up. Then La Boucherie is playing against Valencia, and after that, last game of this tournament is Berry City against Namur. But right now we are making a little bit of a break till we see each other again at the game Berry City versus Paris at 6:30. Thank you, and till later, I would say.
Thank you to Mia.